Hello everybody, this is Drew, your host of Alluvial Adventures. I want to take a moment to thank all you guys for joining us on another episode of the channel. Today is nothing fancy. It is a cold, rainy, early winter day here in Appalachia. December the 15th, 10 days till Christmas. Praise the Lord for that. We're going to cook inside today. It's a little damp out here and that will affect the breading on my shrimp and frog legs. But today we're going to fry some frog legs, we're going to fry some shrimp, we're going to make us this little citrus salsa to go with it. Some cocktail sauce and just whatever else comes to mind. We're just going to have a little frog leg and shrimp fry. And we sure would appreciate it if you guys would come along with us, join us on another episode of the channel. And just be part of the team. So we'll see you guys in the kitchen. Alright guys, we got about 5 or 6 pounds of fresh Gulf shrimp, a couple pounds of frog legs we had left over from the summer that we hadn't got around to eating, but today would be a great day to have some fried fresh frog legs. Our peanut oil, our breading is a combination of cornmeal and flour. Got a couple of big navel oranges, pineapple. That's what we're going to make our citrus salsa out of. To that we'll add a little lime juice, honey, and cayenne pepper, horseradish for my homemade cocktail sauce, tartar sauce, good old potato wedges who don't love fried potatoes, and of course our seasonings. We got some Creole, some Old Bay, and garlic salt. We're going to spice those shrimp up really nice, and we'll get this started. Guys, we're gonna peel a couple of these Heritage navel oranges. Pull that white pith off of them. It's a little aggravating. Put so much work into making something like this, but to me it's worth the time and effort because it tastes so good. One of the few things, that orange peel. We about got all of it. Guys, we'll see y'all when we get this in the bowl. So we want to get all this old pith off these oranges, that white stuff. It don't really taste good. Just not part of the recipe. But we got our oranges. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to cut these up, and that'll be the next step in our process. We're going to separate these oranges into sections. We're going to pull as much of that fibrous membrane. Now we're going to take our orange segments, cut the ends off of them, and slice them across. And then we're going to slice them long ways just to make orange, just in lieu of chopping it up. I know this would be faster in a food processor, but I'm just using a knife. I'm so darn old that a lot of these fancy kitchen gadgets and gizmos can come around long after I spent years learning how to do it this way. I know they help and I know they're wonderful. I just don't use them. Now to our navel orange, we're going to add 1 small can of crushed pineapple. And I did not have a lime, so in lieu of lime juice, I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon juice. Don't want it to be overpowering. A little bit of cayenne pepper. Once again, that's to taste. I just want a hint. Don't want to burn nobody up. And then we're going to add some honey. The honey, in my opinion, the sweet heat with the fresh citrus is a wonderful, wonderful addition, especially if we were making shrimp tacos or fish tacos. We're going to get this thoroughly blended, and then we're going to let it sit and let the flavors melt. Healthy, nutritious. I better commence to get my grease hot. My company will be here in a little while. Don't want them waiting on the food. That ought to be enough right there. We're going to let that grease get good and hot. Now we're going to start seasoning our shrimp, or our frog legs. Let's see. Do the frog legs first. We drain them good. Garlic salt. Just once again a hint, occasion. You want to be able to taste it. But that's just enough. A little bit of Old Bay. A lot of palates may not recognize certain types of seafood, but the Old Bay is kind of hard to miss. And now we're going to season our shrimp. And this is going to be messy, so now we've got to mix this because there's a bunch of shrimp and all the seasoning was on top. And for those of you that commented on my last video, I didn't do it in the kitchen sink this time. Now the shrimp are still good and damp and moist. They're thoroughly seasoned. That moisture will help the breading stick to them, make the crust more crispy. I like crispy crust. So we're going to get our breading mix, let the grease get hot, and we'll start cooking these guys. Good pair. I think we'll just cook this whole batch at one time. I think the pan will hold them. can do this without making a mess with my frog leg mountain. Yeah, we're going to bread some of our shrimp. That way, get our assembly line going, so to speak. As soon as we get those frog legs done, we'll go right behind them with the shrimp. Get them breaded good and shake them off, so all the breading don't burn on the bottom of the pan, burn the grease. And I know there's implements for this, but once again, I just didn't get any of it out today. We're going to try to bread as many as we think we can cook at one time, which is probably about 1.5 pounds, something along those lines. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells really good. Another thing to remember when you're cooking shrimp, don't overcook them. When they float, let them float for about 30 seconds. Get them out, put them in your pan, and the heat from where they were cooking will continue to cook them until they are the desired doneness. Especially with the small ones like this, you overcook them, they become tough and chewy, and we try to prevent that. So as soon as the grease gets hot, guys, we'll get this started. We're gonna test our grease. And sizzle when we drop that meal in it. So I think it's ready. Not quite. We need to give it we're gonna let it get just a little hotter. Alright, guys, the frog leg has floated. It is a beautiful golden brown color. And we're going to eat that one here just to make sure we hadn't messed it up. Now we know the grease is ready. We'll put these legs into Crisco Disco, baby. What do y'all think about that disco ball there in the Crisco Disco? That is a light show in itself. We're fixing to try that baby to make sure we got them right. Come on. Alright guys, the grease is not at a hard, rolling, sizzling boil right now. I don't know if that's the right term, but the frog legs are done. They're all floating. They're all golden brown. So when we put them over here, the heat from where they've been in the hot grease, they will continue to cook for another 2 or 3 minutes until they cook off, until they cool off. So it's very important to not overcook them. Yeah, and I've been on the dance floor at the Frisco Disco. Now we're going to add some shrimp. Okay guys, the test leg, out of this world. That is golden goodness right there. We're going to let that grease reheat. I want it to reheat just a little bit. I want them to sizzle a little bit harder when I drop them in there. Alright guys, we've got our grease rolling a little bit harder. There, that's what we're looking for. Want a little miniature mushroom cloud in that hot oil when that shrimp makes contact with it. There we go. That's much better. Guys, I like my cocktail sauce just a little spicier than some people do. So start with a base of ketchup, to which I add just a hint of ginger, not no great whole lot. A little bit of lemon juice, once again, not a great whole lot. Whatever your favorite hot sauce would be what I would recommend. And then the magic ingredient, the horseradish. Once again, if you want to grate your own, now this cocktail sauce right here, this ranks right up there with wasabi. I promise you, when you dip your shrimp in it, when it goes by your nose and you taste it, you'll figure it out. But I like it like that.
Play that song for him, Missy. That kicks his out.
Alright guys, our potatoes are done. Which means, once we get the blessing said, it's time to eat. What do y'all think? Them potatoes look good in the Crisco Disco? I think so. Guys, once again, thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Everything y'all do for the channel just means the world to us. We got all this done. Frog legs, shrimp, fried potatoes. We're just gonna have a good old-fashioned fish fry without the fish. Shrimp and frog legs. But we're happy to get it. We know it's gonna be delicious. Thank y'all. We appreciate you very much, and we will see y'all on the next one.